Welcome to Coffee with my friends. Today is July 10th, 2020, and it's been a while since I've done this, so I'm glad to be back. It's probably about a month since I've done that, so I'd like to say hi to my friends who are hither and there. Roberta, I'm going to put a picture of her up here. So Roberta's back in Wisconsin, having a great time, I'm sure, going fishing and spending some time cooling off in her little cabin back in Wisconsin. And Mike, I know, Mike Colacaro, he's up in Flagstaff. The weekend is coming up, so I think he's going to go to a concert at NAU, probably an outdoor sort of thing. Lots of social distancing. His buddy Jim and my buddy Jim Robeson also has a place in Flagstaff, although Jim decided or elected to rent his place out. He'd rather have the money and stay here in the heat. And the other Jim, I don't know where he is. He may be back in New York visiting relatives. He may be sweltering in the heat like the rest of us. I think it's going to be 111 today. And then there's Grant, who, if he's smart, he's over in San Diego visiting his son. Last but not least, the friend that I haven't mentioned is my buddy Robert. And Robert's in Vietnam, and he's been there for some time. And he's got a great story. So I'm not going to tell the story. I'm going to let him tell the story. What I'm going to do is next time I do a coffee with my friends, I'm going to have Robert join me on Skype or something, some other way, and we can talk a little about his journey and his staying in Vietnam and Hong Kong and China and all the things he's been doing the last few years. It's a great story. So I've got some new equipment, and so one thing, I hope you've noticed that I've got a little better picture than I always had a decent picture, but I think this is exceptional because what I've done is I've taken a digital camera and moved my webcam. You may recognize this. A lot of people have this. It's a webcam that sits on top of my computer, and it's done a great job for me. But I'm kind of a camera buff, and I've got two of these camera bodies. The one that you're looking at right now is my old G7. I bought that about 5 or 6 years ago. I liked it so much, I bought its big brother, which is the Panasonic Lumix top-of-the-line G9. And so I retired my G7 and kept it as a backup. And then I found out that I could hook it up here. And it is hooked up now, and we're using it now. But that's a total nother story. And I'm going to tell that story separately from Coffee with my friends. Well, let's talk about the heat. I took my dog out at 5:30 this morning, and it was already almost 90 degrees. We had a nice little walk, and then my wife and I took him out again around 7, and it was well into the 90s. And on the way up, if we weren't quarantining, we'd be quarantining because it's just too damn hot to go outside. So I envy my friends that are in Flagstaff, only 130 miles away, and 2 or 3 hours, a couple hours, and 30 degrees less or more. And of course, I imagine it's really nice back in Wisconsin right now too. And maybe a few mosquitoes, but I could live with that. So that's it for our coffee with my friends today. It's don't have a lot to report. And again, I'm sitting here quarantined. Looks like it's going to be quite a while. I will give you access to my other video that's going to be on my equipment because I've really changed things around here in the studio and more to come. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again, hopefully not in a month, but maybe in the next week or two.